I'm going to explain to you what tinnitus feels like. And it can vary depending on how severe you have it, how bothered you are by it. Are you habituated? Are you kind of habituated? Are you not habituated? It's not one or the other. It's kind of like a dimmer switch. And some people are really bothered by it, and other people have it and they never notice it and they're completely habituated. And there's people kind of in the middle. So for those of you that don't understand, I'm completely habituated, aka cured. I can call it a cure. It has been I have 100% my quality of life back, and my quality of life is actually, in fact, much better than what it was before. So my quality of life has been drastically improved, and the negative symptoms, the bothersome aspect of the tinnitus, have completely went away. So I am cured of bothersome tinnitus. Now, am I still aware of the sound? Yes, sometimes I'm still aware of the sound. The majority of the time, I'm not aware of it. I'd say I'm aware of it maybe 1% of the time. Even now, if I try and listen to it, I can't hear it. I hear the wind, I hear a dog barking, I hear a bunch of other stuff, but I can't hear the tinnitus sound. When am I most aware of it? It's kind of randomly. At night would be right before I go to bed, but I don't label it, and so my brain forgets about it as soon as I even hear it, really. So if there was a pill that could give you what habituation has given me, it would be effectively not a problem at all. The only problem is habituation takes a long time, and it's not very quick. So what does tinnitus feel like? Well, if you're not habituated, it can be hell. It feels like you're claustrophobic. It feels like this loud sound is invading your inner space. Humans we need space to think. We need space to process our emotions. We need space to think. We need quiet. We need sanctuary. When tinnitus comes on the scene, it robs you of that. There is no sanctuary. There is no calm. There is no quiet. There's just this alien, monstrous sound that's just blaring the entire time. And so you feel claustrophobic. You feel hopeless. Sometimes it can get that bad. Yeah, you feel like it's never going to go away. And you don't feel that, you know it, because your brain is telling you this is never going to go away. The doctor doesn't understand it. The ENT doesn't understand it. The audiologist doesn't understand it. The only person that really does understand it is some random YouTuber that lives in the Philippines, and he's telling me that I'm not hopeless. And then, a lot of people walk away from that being like, well, I feel kind of better because at least someone out there gets it. But I want a doctor to get it. I want an audiologist to get it. I want an ENT to get it. And a lot of them don't get it. So there's this mismatch. There's this confusion. And so that makes it worse. That can make people spiral even worse. And the people who have it really bad, they're aware of it all of the time. There really isn't a time that they're not aware of it. It's with them pretty much every waking hour of the day. Now, I want to clear something up. People think that the tinnitus sound wakes them up in the middle of the night. This is not actually the case. People wake up for another reason, and the first thing they hear, their brain latches onto, is the tinnitus sound, so they believe that the sound woke them up in the middle of the night. This is not actually the case. I just want to clarify, because I've worked with a ton of people, and I ended up figuring out that the sound itself can't actually wake you up. You're waking up in a panic, and that's the first thing you go to, so naturally your brain concludes, well, the sound actually woke me up. But the reason that you don't want to believe, the sound is waking me up, I can't sleep, the sound is waking me up, because then that perpetuates your insomnia. You can sleep fine with tinnitus. It's not going to wake you up. I get 10 hours of sleep, 8 to 10 hours of sleep every single night. And not every single night, because, I have to wake up and program and do things. Someone's shooting off fireworks. But at the very minimum, I get 7 hours of sleep. And objectively, I have extremely loud tinnitus, severely loud, with a deafening sensation. But I never noticed it. So that's the hope for you. Now, those are people on the severe side. When you're kind of in the middle, like less severe, you might notice it maybe 50 to 60% of the time. When you do notice it, you're a little bothered by it. It kind of sits in your subconscious. You're aware of it, but it's not completely destroying your life. Like, you're not like sitting around just thinking about it all the time. And it's much easier at that point to kind of go from that less severe right into full habituation. Here's what you have to understand, that like, even though you logically can say, I'm not threatened by the sound, it's a non-issue, It's a paper tiger. So you intellectually can understand that. It takes time for your body to feel that. And what may transpire is lingering anxiety. It might sit in your subconscious where, it's just kind of, there's this very subtle undertone of uneasiness throughout your day. That can be cured. You can get rid of that through the process of habituation, and everything that I lay down in my tinnitus.health app helps you to get from that less severe to completely habituated, and from extremely severe. So yes, you can go from extremely severe, hearing it 100% of the time, your life is completely wrecked by tinnitus, to completely cured, where I am, where objectively my life is actually better than before I even had tinnitus. Yes, you heard that right. Better. I wasn't traveling before tinnitus. Now I'm traveling the world. I wasn't, pursuing my dream. Now I'm pursuing my dreams. So tinnitus for me unlocked the next step to my life. And a lot of times people report that pain is the catalyst for their dreams finally being pursued. So a lot of good things can come from pain. I'm not trying to fill you with false hope. I'm just giving you my personal testimony. I was there. I was in the trenches. I had extremely severe tinnitus. Like I said in all my other videos, it was so bad, it sounded like a dentist drill on 10. I was always aware of it. It was causing me insomnia so bad that I literally went to evaluation at a mental hospital. Now, they said I wasn't crazy enough to go there. I said I can't sleep because I have this ringing in my ears. They said we can't do anything about that. I said, can you at least give me sleeping pills? They said, no, we can't. They said, you have to stay here and pay $5,000 and we'll give you Ambien. I was like, well, that sounds kind of expensive for Ambien. So I ended up checking myself out. I went home, didn't really sleep that night, but I ended up getting a teledoctor to give me hydroxyzine, and I went out in nature and I just laid in the grass, and it was nature that healed me, honestly, the nature sounds, and just giving myself the space to process the entire experience. But I got my sleep back online first. So if your sleep is wrecked, the tinnitus.health app can help get you out of that fight or flight to where you can at least just fall asleep. So go over to tinnitus.health. I'll put a pinned comment below. Also linked in the description. You can click all that. Just go over and read the page and see if it's right for you. If it is, I would love to see you in there. Again, make sure to comment and subscribe. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. This channel and this community is amazing. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Peace.